is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hokies will put total leather and will get started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Washington's offense will get the first crack at it here. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches. They can contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Flowers. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, finally tipped up at the 36. Washington coming to the line with another first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
On first down from the 13-yard line. The give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington! That drift to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it out. It's Booker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. When the quarterback starts picking up yards on the ground, the Hokies start getting those Michael Vick vibes.
And when you find guys that are just so dynamic and the defense has to account for them, and then the whole offense is built around, you see some great teams with Virginia Tech with those dynamic quarterbacks.
This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Hokies will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback floating away from pressure. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Flowers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Gives it to the back on the draw. Shakes off the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. It's a running room at the 20. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Right on target this time. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys.
Spins away from one. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here comes the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Alexander. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Callaway. Dumps it to the back. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. We just didn't have it there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finding open areas. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a fourth down looms and decision time for this offense. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Caught in the backfield, it's Bray. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's second and 4. To throw, it's Callaway. Snagged out of the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down?
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And that It's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got a man, it's Harris. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Immediately fires to the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Here's the handoff. Fights off the defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the run, it's Alexander. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Can't get him to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And when Getting first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job.
Turning it on! He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cal just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Berkeley. They'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The play action fake. With the catch, it's Harris.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Time to take a shot. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one. Vertically down the field, he took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Firing to the right, complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Callaway. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. start with the first down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Booker. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiggins. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. What a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Callaway. He's going for it all. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt comes. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Booker. Nice move to keep running. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off play action on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Dropping back, it's Callaway. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on third down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Gets a hand in there and breaks it up. It's incomplete, but wait, there is a flag down on the play. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Flowers. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys are quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Punts it out of the air. Breaks into the open. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Callaway. Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Wiggins. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep running. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. The Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Rushes on him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some way.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff, and these guys on the field, it's